What's up, everyone, and good evening, late night stream. It's 10 p.m. here on this Tuesday night, thinking about tomorrow and how to stay focused on Jesus, on your purpose in life. Leave me a comment below. Say hello. Tell me, how was your day? Did you watch the Laker game? If you're a Lakers fan, if you live in the area. Tell me, what are you looking forward to tomorrow? Today I had a really good day. I actually went and got some lights for my show that I'm going to do here one of these nights. So look for that show of all my lo-fi, chill hop, original beats. So you can look forward to that. Also, today is, in just a couple hours, the end of the sale for this program that you see up top, Healing Trauma. Sale ends tonight at midnight. So you can go to that website right there, davidtrigg.com/healing trauma, and sign up for this amazing program helping you heal trauma in your life. But thinking about how to focus our lives here at the end of, I guess, middle of January, how to get through this January that's been, I guess it has been a bit of a rough start, just with politics and this pandemic still raging here in the LA area. But also remembering that we have utility, as they say, or agency. I guess that's the word I was thinking of. We have agency over our lives, especially in Christ, meaning that you and I have a choice to make. And what are you facing here this week? What are the things that are on your mind this week? What are you thinking about? And I also was I was coaching another friend in just taking that step of faith. That was really good. Some people get stuck in their shame. This happens to all of us. We get stuck in the things that we've done wrong in the past. And until you work that through, you won't be able to move on to your actual purpose and your actual purpose and kind of the things that you love to do. You have to work through whatever is in your past that may be keeping you back. Because if you don't work through it, then you will, not that you'll make the same mistake over and over again, maybe, but you will be dragged down by the weight of fear, anger, shame. Just think of people that maybe have made you mad and how you still think about that a lot. And so when you think about all of that stuff, when you let friends or negative comments get you down, then that stuff can linger unless you work it through. And so you and I have to be strong and equipped and experts, even though it's not easy, on how to work through negativity, because it hits everyone. Everyone comes to a place where negativity or positivity comes to you. How do you deal with positive results, outcomes? Are you someone who does well when good things happen to you? Are you someone who, as I call it, you self-sabotage? Meaning that you can't handle good things. You think something bad's going to happen, or you waste the opportunity, or you don't take advantage of the moment. Have you ever seen, maybe you saw Ryan Garcia, great young fighter. He's here from the LA area, and he just fought, who did he fight? A wonderful, I think he was Irish, or was he German? Great young boxer. 2-time gold Olympian. And when Ryan got knocked down in the second round, he got back up and he went on to beat this young man, another young fighter. Luke Campbell? Yeah, I think it's something Campbell. I think it was Luke Campbell? I think it was Luke. Amazing. I think he is Irish. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, so a lot of our courage comes when we get back up after bad things happen, or when good things happen. When good things happen, you also have a choice to make. Are you going to be someone who is focused even when good things happen, or are you going to give in to the distractions? And so I wonder if we make the same mistakes over and over again, or if we end up doing good things in life. You know, there are all kinds of things that happen to us all the time. And every day you have a choice, you and I have a choice to get back up or to waste those opportunities, those golden opportunities. And so anytime that you have something amazing happen to you, you have to be then able to take advantage of that. So as I said, when Luke Campbell knocked down Ryan Garcia in the second round, he was asked about it later, and they said, "Why didn't you go after him?" And he said, "It's because I felt that he recovered too fast, or that he had recovered very fast, and so he wasn't weak when he got back up." Isn't that weird? Isn't that amazing? Now, if you're Luke Campbell, that's sort of a bummer, right? Because he couldn't take advantage of the moment. He couldn't press the gas pedal. But then for Ryan Garcia, what a great compliment that he, even though he got knocked down, and when Ryan was asked about that knockdown, he said that he didn't see black, he saw white, but he was not lucid there for a second. But he recovered so quickly. He got back up, and his opponent said his legs were strong, his punches were still heavy, and so he couldn't take advantage of the situation. I think that's what happens to us. Sometimes we're in an amazing place in life, something good happens to us, and we don't take advantage of it. Because maybe the opposition is stronger than we thought. Maybe we aren't as ready. I wonder if Luke Campbell just wasn't ready. And that's what he said. He wasn't ready. It took him by surprise. He didn't expect Ryan to get back up so strong. So he wasn't ready, I guess, mentally for that. And sometimes that happens to us. We succeed. We have a great moment. We have a great victory. Something goes your way, but you don't know how to handle it. And that's why experience is really the best teacher. I mean, yeah, you can have a ton of teachers and mentors and read a bunch of books or watch a bunch of stuff online, but I bet that next time that something like that happens to Luke Campbell, he will, I don't know, maybe he'll still attack, even though the other fighter might be strong. Maybe next time the other fighter won't be as strong. So there's no way to know until you're in the battle. For Ryan, how amazing that he got back up, and that they were asking him, what did he think? And he said, well, in those split seconds, he said he thought a few things. First, he said he thought, well, I'm not losing the fight. He's not hitting me, so I'm not hurt. Second, I am going to come at him because he's a boxer and he's not used to people coming at him. He's used to people boxing him around, and that's how he eventually wins. Is that amazing? How he thought, and this is a 23-year-old young man who hasn't even won a belt. He's still not a champion. He's still up and coming, and people still criticize him that he's an Instagram boxer and all these things. But he got back up, and he was able to beat him in the 6th round. A left hook to the liver, a body shot as they call it, and boom, he couldn't get up. He said that, Luke Campbell said that he couldn't breathe for 60 seconds after the punch. It wasn't just a 10 count. He said for 60 seconds, a minute, he couldn't catch his breath. So it was a devastating punch. Amazing. And that's a lesson for all of us. I mean, if you've been knocked down, I'm sure you have, like I have. There's so many things to consider. First, you have to think, okay, what just happened there? Am I winning? Am I losing this fight? Do I have the strength to persevere? Do I have what it takes to win? It's only the 2nd round. Sometimes you get knocked down, and a lot of people, they just quit. You get knocked down at work, online, negative comments, or someone says something mean, and you're down. You don't get back up, or you get back up, but you're all wobbly. You're like, oh no, maybe I shouldn't say anything anymore. Maybe I shouldn't do this, whatever. But I think that the people that win at life are those who get back up, who assess where they're at, what they believe in. Ryan Garcia was saying, this is why I'm here. This is why I trained for whatever, 4 or 5, 6 months. This is why I'm here. And so he got back in the ring and he won. You have to assess, is this really what I want to do? Do I really believe in this? Because when you do, then you're going to get back up. No matter how many times you're knocked down or how many people are against you or for you. And then when you win, you don't let it get to you either. Yeah, you'll have maybe a celebration or you'll enjoy life for a day or two, but you're going to remain yourself, humble and strong under pressure, even when you win. They were asking Luke Campbell if, once the cameras were off, if Ryan had spoken to him. And he said that he did. Ryan called him or something, and Luke said that he was very impressed with how grounded and how humble this young man was. 23-year-old, handsome, just knocked down a pretty good fighter, just knocked him out. I mean, he calls himself King Ryan. He walked into the ring, did you see that? In a throne carried by 4 guys. So you could say he had every right to act macho, but instead he was humble, even when the cameras were off. Pretty impressive. But instead, I think that a lot of people, when they get a win, they get full of themselves. It's happened to me, and I'm sure it happens to many of us. You got to stay humble, even when you win. Maybe especially when you win. When something goes your way. And then when you get knocked down and you lose the fight, here's some lessons. You have to be honest with yourself and give the other person credit. That's what Luke did. In the same interview, they were asking him, so what happened? He said, I was doing well, knocked him down, but then he caught me. He said he was a better man that day, better fighter. He gave him credit for having good strength in both of his hands, he said. He has a good punch in both arms, both hands. He says he's fast. And he said that he thinks he's going to beat the next guy. Forget it. Tank, I think is his name, or his nickname. And then he thinks that he's going to probably beat the other guy. There are two guys that are kind of the top contenders for Ryan. That's pretty humble. In defeat, right? Humble in defeat. Is that how you are? Is that how I am? When we pick up an L, as they say, when we lose, when things don't go our way, or are we bitter and angry? And not that you shouldn't be that way, but do you kind of linger in that? Do you let those things really get you down and totally just get you off track? That's why Ryan Garcia has 8 million followers on Instagram, and maybe why you and I only have 4 or 3 or 8. I'm not saying it's about that. My point is that we can learn from these guys, these young people. Because one day, probably, Ryan will be a 1 or 2-time world champion, maybe 3 or 4-time world champion. He's only 23. So you can say he easily has another 10 years ahead of him of top rank fighting, especially at that lightweight division. Those guys go for a while. So, I mean, it's a wonderful start, right? The golden boy, you could say. Ryan, King Ryan. Shout out to King Ryan. Wonderful example. And like a lot of his haters were saying, he proved himself because he got knocked down good. Clean left. I think it was a left hook to the chin. But as I said, he got back up and he won, and he then lost. I mean, he won humbly. He was humble in victory. So pretty good example. So I'm looking forward to this week, looking to create more content online, partnering with other content creators. That's my goal for 2021, is to partner and to create more content. Not just me, but to develop this platform and to help other people to create content, to make more music, to give more talks, to develop more programs, to continue to provide hope and guidance offline as much as possible, as much as we can this year, online. Looking forward to this vaccine, for it to be effective, for it to be worldwide, so that we can have some semblance of normalcy. Praying for these elections here in the U.S., for this to be over soon, even though it should be over, but here we still are. And really just looking for ways to love people, to serve other people. So I think this is what we all want to do. We all have the same goals. And we're in it together, guys. We're here to win together. So thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.